Hi everybody, welcome back. Iron Obi here, and in today's video I want to talk about guns. Guns have been a very serious topic in the Destiny 2 community very recently, as Dado did a recent video about however there was somehow 150 guns, or there was only a certain amount of guns in the game. And since all guns have predetermined rolls on them, there are no more, randomly rolled perks. There's really not too much of incentivization to continue grinding for some of these guns. If you get one Better Devils, that Better Devils is exactly the same as every other Better Devils. So there's no random gun rolls anymore. And this has hurt the grind for some of people, is that endgame content. The whole big excuse of Destiny 2 doesn't have a lot of endgame content. It doesn't feel like it has a lot of endgame content for the hardcore. And while that is true and not true, I do feel like the guns are a big part of what made Destiny 1's grind so appealing and long-lasting, is that you gotta get that perfect hand cannon roll. This is great, but I just needed Outlaw on the end perk for that. I really needed that on that gun, so I'm gonna keep going and see until I get that perfect roll. And with that gone, some of that luster of the RNG and the grind has been taken away. But how can we improve that across the board going forward in Destiny 2? Now, we've had reports at some point, Luke Smith said we are looking into how to make, that second, third, fourth, fifth Better Devils appealing and worth getting into. And they haven't answered that question yet after a month. It's been a game that's been out for a month, and we still haven't really seen that come to fruition yet. So get on it, Bungie. We need to see that be progressed more. If that is actually something that's going to happen with the guns, it needs to be pushed to the forward base, and it has to be communicated with the community. But let's see what we can do if we just don't add more guns to the game. If there's not, obviously until we need to get maybe the first big DLC and we get more guns, but we don't want to add more guns. What about perks? We've talked mods, we've talked more guns, but what about the perks on these weapons? Because some of these perks are ones we're used to and we've seen from Destiny 1. Outlaw, get a precision hit, your gun reloads quicker, especially the new Iron Banner hand cannon has that on there. Extended mags. I want to look at some of the more interesting guns that I've kind of perused and found throughout currently Destiny 2's life cycle. And the first gun I wanted to look at was the True Prophecy hand cannon from Future War Cult. This was a 11 clip hand cannon, pretty high impact, decent range, but its perk was called Timed Payload. This was its unique perk. Projectiles attached to enemies explode after a short delay. So initially how this would work is it worked like explosive rounds, except there was like maybe a nanosecond delay. So it didn't work as people thought it was going to be. A lot of people thought it was maybe going to be like a hand cannon that fired and then the bullets hit somebody, and then there was a lot longer delay on the bullets and then they would explode. So there are ways that we can make this perk more interesting, because I think this is a cool perk, and I originally got the hand cannon because I thought, hey, this is actually a unique perk. I've not seen timed payload on any other weapon. So it's cool, but it doesn't work very well. But how can we improve that? How can we make this a better perk that makes it more interesting? Maybe the perk, maybe you fire the bullets and it works as intended, or maybe you fire the bullets, they can build up on top of enemies, and then you can explode